I'm going to make some magical window stars today, and I'm going to try making quite a small one out of these little oblong squares here. So I've taken one sheet of kite paper, and I get this in New Zealand from a shop called Humanity Books over in Hastings, and that comes in two different sizes. So like that. And I've got a book here that was written by Thomas Berger, and I just use a basic pattern, but there's also this book here which is very good, but it's a bit more complex. But for starting out, I think just this simple one. The two things you really need is a bone folder and sort of a sharp edged sort of metal, either a knife or I've got a metal ruler here. So, and you'll need some blue tack when it's time to stick it to the window. So I first came across making window stars probably for Christmas, or in Germany or in Austria it's called Weihnachten. I came across this when I lived in Austria, and it's a thing that sort of people get together and they make little window stars, and I suppose in winter it's very gorgeous because they shine on the light and they all look like snowflakes. And then I've had a dear friend here who lived in New Zealand. She was a German lady, and she has since passed away, but she used to run a star making workshop every Christmas. In New Zealand, Christmas is in the middle of summer, so it's quite a different experience. And so for us, when we used to make them, it made them look like flower blossoms on the windows because it was all full of sunlight and hot. So yeah, you can sort of see where it sort of comes from. And this paper is a very special kind of paper. It's called Kite Paper, and but you can use lunch wrap or freezer paper, or a baking paper can work as well. I have made it also out of tracing paper. You can do that as well. So yes, and since my friend passed away, and I had been very interested in window stars, I'd gone every single time. I actually started sharing how to make window stars up at Mount St. Joseph's myself, and it's been a very popular thing over the years. In this current year, just for one reason or the other, we didn't run the session, but so I feel like I've missed out on making my annual amount of stars, and so I thought I would, since I've set up the YouTube channel, I thought you might be interested in having a go at this. This is a very, very easy fold. If you've made it's like a double-ended aeroplane really, this, and then just one end, you just sort of fold it over. Really, any fold that you do will create a window star, as long as you do them all the same, and then it's just how you glue them together. I had an uncle ring me just recently. He and his wife, they're in their 80s, and they've been looking up at the window, and they saw the green Christmas star that I gave them last year in the post, and they were fascinated with how it had arrived and then unfolded and then had this magical illumination that happens when you put it up against the window. And so I thought, I'll make them another one, because they do need a bit of a freshen up, as I've just found. I had one up on the window and I just took a photo of it, and it must have fallen down, and as I was preparing as I was preparing to do this video, I did hear this very suspicious sounding rustling sound coming from the lounge, and there is our puppy having a bit of an afternoon snack on a tissue paper window star. So I don't know if that one is going to be lasting. It might have done its dash. So anyway, yes, so they're not that robust. One other thing you do need some glue. So I'll just finish this off now, and then I'll glue them, and then I'll come back. So here is one that is all folded, and also I have glued it. And it seems to be, for the smaller ones, that you do really need to glue them. Sometimes you can get away with not gluing. And look, I'm just using a little bit of a glue stick. And I actually bring the flap to the glue stick and just capture a little tiny bit of glue. Best is that Yoo-hoo glue, but this is just what I had. And then I use the bone folder just to press the glue in. It adheres really quickly. So there we go. So now I just have a practice run with laying out the star, and you can see, I'm just going to just make it go back a bit so you can see. So this is an 8-pointed star, just made from one sheet of kite paper, which is good. And I always, even though I've done this many times, it's still really good just to lay it out first before you start gluing. And I suppose this is the most fiddliest little bit. You can see there is a seam, and you just place the next blade of the star or next point of the star overlaying that line. And then the tricky one is this final one. So you can see where you think, oh, where do I go now? But if you've followed the process around, you know you have to go, that one goes on top, and this one just flicks in front. And so there you have it, like that. Okay, so that's basically what it looks like, and I'm just going to stop the video now, and then I'm going to glue it and speed up. But anyway, hope you've really enjoyed this, and have a go. You can make them out of lunch wrap, and any dynamic dimensions work, but for this one, as long as it is an oblong. Okay, well, happy folding. Thanks.